Alright then. Let us continue. I still have to state core a few provinces. Another Czech emperor. Check it out. I'm not overcovering capacity yet. Not yet. Probably should also check. Alright, so what does this have? Paper, glass, or gems? Yeah, it's simply a better idea to get a minus 40% state governing cost. In fact, I think I'll actually look for it and then, well, yeah. And then get the building out. That way I can get the governing cost reduced in a lot more places. Training fields. State houses everywhere. There's gems down here. Huh. Again, remove the training fields. Because I want to get the governing capacity to be a lot better for me. Because I've almost hit it again, despite the fact that it just increased by 250 thanks to the technology. Or was it by 200? Not really that important. I'm fine with burning a bunch of manpower anyway. I gain 3,500 every month, so... which is certainly a lot better than what it is in other places. Ignore them. Wow. Yeah, my aggressive expansion is just almost completely ignored. Eh, might as well. Take out Salzburg. Since aggressive expansion is really starting to just disappear from any source, potential source. I'm just no longer gaining large quantities, even if I do ridiculous things with expansion. I probably won't use nationalism Casus as well, not really allying with anyone. They're not really allying with anyone that would use it. Is Venice dangerous? They're willing to go to war, and they have a lot of soldiers, so I'm not going to directly do anything. I will be using Imperialism Casus Belli, so I can just take the rest of Silesia without issues, though. Run for a Sage Entrant. Brevant? I need you again. Let me get one more merchant. Let's check the new policies. As it costs, diplomats and diplomatic reputation, relations. Let's just get this one out. Because I like the advisor cost production. Don't need this many diplomats anyway. Let's get the trade steering one to be even more competitive. Transfer trade power here and transfer trade power here. Probably should wait until I actually occupy Salzburg and can convince them to give up large swaths of territory. Because obviously I deserve it. I would actually take Salzburg, Trent, and Silesia just to clean up my borders a bit. Bratislava. Oh, right, I'm at war with Poland. Well, I won't be for long, if I have my way. Okay, maybe attacking them was not the best of ideas. Alright, I can't state court while I'm at war with them. I should just go back to trying to siege stuff. Let's have this army do it. This one is better siege anyway. I think I completely forgot about this army. Great. Again, I will deal with you later. I keep putting off Berg. So I really do not care about you, so you're just in the way. War reparations, and I'll have you transfer trade power in a minute. Actually, no. Steer trade. And transfer trade power. I've got claims on all these provinces. Silesia is the new Berg is the new emperor. And there's only 10 princes left. Should probably stick to the Silesian provinces, since those are the ones I don't have states on. So they will be much cheaper to core. Half price. Let's have you drill. Having a high army drill is actually quite helpful, since it acts as an equivalent to discipline, sort of. Well, fine. At max army drill, they deal 10% more damage and take 20% less damage. Because a highly disciplined army at this point in time could do quite a bit. And they elected Berg again. You're not going to add more... Well, now there's 9 princes. They're going to add more electors. Cardinal administration. Might as well raise mercantilism. No, let's do this. There we are. Seeds of Greatness. Taking the lessons of the Enlightenment to heart, a group of noble landowners have begun to work at improving the efficiency of agriculture. Pioneering inventions on how to use machinery for seed distribution, new crops, new forms of land rotation, and breeding, the local landowners of Krakow have been able to greatly improve the local food output. A great precedent for others to follow. Gain 1 production on tax, and the agricultural revolution modifier over 10 years, which increases good produce and production efficiency. Yeah, this is also a coal province, which is great. The search for knowledge must be valued in itself. Yes, that really is the case. We'll destroy the weapons manufacturing. It creates a lot of money, but I'd rather put a furnace up. Since while it does produce a bit less money for the coal itself, it produces more money everywhere, which is incredibly helpful for large empires like myself. I am the #1 world power, after all. I've been forgetting to fabricate claims again. Oh yeah, and there's rebels somewhere. What's funny is that I've got so many buffs to diplomatic technology that, yeah, even with a plus 10% modifier, so it's really going to cost only 225 power to research the next level of diplomatic technology. Tech cost reductions. Start the conscription center. Huh. Timer's got independence, I guess. This is a terrible looking Cambodia. I probably should do that. Lacking in trade efficiency. Yeah, I'll state core you in a minute. Our espionage system is performing, and our agents have found new ways to spy on people. Sooner or later, our friends and enemies will find out, but for the moment we have an edge. I like edges. That is such a weird way to say it, but okay. Oh yeah, right, the diet. Expand in North Jutland. Aschaffenburg gain 2 tax. Or Regensburg have 15 production. Well, okay, so I know that Aschaffenburg is here. I don't currently have any. Actually, yeah, I really do not want to burn the admin points on that. Regensburg is right here. That's decent enough. Ducats. The power of cash compels you. State House. It has double effect because it's on a glass province. Right? Yeah, paper, glass, or gems. Probably should build a town hall while I can. It's a lovely amount of governing. Yep, I'm overboard. I don't need prestige, so more money is always appreciated. Although I'm rapidly starting to fill out. Run out of things to actually buy. Printing press gives further benefits. Okay. Let's change the order. Now that's a nice name. When does the score expire? 1810. Large capital, 50 dev in your capital. You know, I should actually try that. Oh wow, industrious. That gets me trading cloth. So 50 dev capital. Okay. There's another building slot. What should I spend on? Oh, that's pointless. So, this. Not much of a point for that either, but okay. So when's my truce with Bag over? In June of next year. Okay. Wow. Quite a few pips. I might as well start maneuvering them around in preparation for going to war with Bag. Yeah, I already have one there. Definitely should get this province. That way I can build one of those here. I'll still gain the full effect, of course. Actually, I should probably check my states with the most. Hesse has 127. Eastfavia. Well, Hesse is already... Yeah, it's over here, so that's fine. East Schwaben. Yeah, you'll do fine. Reduce it by 20% in the entire state. Courthouses everywhere. Except for... no, never mind. Würzburg isn't actually affected by it. There we go. They need to adapt. Don't ask me how they're going to do that, I don't know. I can also start investing money into upgrading these into old ports. Well, okay, so Vorpommern. Nothing particularly useful, so let's get the State House in here. Let's upgrade Bremen as well. Oh, right. Forgot Oldenburg is considered part of Wiese. Whoops. Already did Danzig. West Prussia has only 3 provinces, so I should pick the one that has the cheapest, which is well, State House. Definitely should do fish though. Coastal, okay. Destroy Grand Shipyard. I don't feel like it. Let's just destroy it. Let's just build it here. This province only has 3 dev. Wow. What happened to it? Right, that should help out. Ah, the Psyocrats event again. Perhaps it is worth a try. Ah, shoot. Okay, so the only way this could work is if I were to declare war on someone that happens to be in the Empire. Not allied to Provence. Dang it. Okay, so... break alliance with Provence. I don't want to betray my ally. Not this hard, anyway. And I'm also going to have to deal with Lubeck eventually. Revolutionary Portugal, oh boy. Well, I could also look elsewhere for new alliances. The Timurids are a very disgusting thing on the map. I mean, look at this. Ugh. Karakoinlin is reformed to a theocracy of all things. The Great Horde is still around, although it's not nearly as great. Oh yeah, here's Florida. The Iroquois are still alive. Here's Canada, but it's also Spanish. This looks terrible. Mali still exists, which is fine. The Congo seems to be starting to die, although that looks like it was just from a peace deal with Mossi. Spain. Please. The Mamluk name actually looks great, although their territory does not. Makuria is doing rather good. At least Kilwa has actually managed to unify those. Although their name has migrated down here. Can't you just stretch along the coastline? Really, you should get expansion ideas and start colonizing this stuff. That way you can actually reach the Congo and start truly fulfilling your destiny. State House? No. Build a manufacturer here. Remove the textile manufactory. This isn't nearly as valuable as the cloth. Get the State House up. Because I need to get governing capacity back to values that aren't please kill me levels. I think I should actually start building spy networks here. Danzig is part of the HRE, cursed as it may be. The Poles, surprisingly, oh right, I can fabricate claims for nitro. Right, because of espionage ideas. Theoretic, no, but I would need a spy network card. Well, I've got a truce with them. There's Denmark, although that's going to take time. Canada's attacking Norway. Because they want this stuff. Because it makes sense, though. They do get permanent claims on it, thanks to forming it. Oh, they get permanent claims on all of Canada and all of the Hudson Bay, so... Okay, now, they get all of permanent claims over all of Canada. So of course they would conquer all of it. Well, the game finally recommends that I actually turn this into a state. So yeah, we're making progress. Okay, so state house is already built in this state. That's good. Destroy the conception center, because let's get coal going. Because the coal must flow. Liquefacted coal. I am joking. Venice is not part of the Empire, that's good. Sooner or later they'll come to their senses. Imperialism against... Who used to own this? Russia or... I guess Russia. Nah, actually the Timors. Are the Timors dying? Certainly seems like they're having a couple issues. Well, it's been about half an hour, so... Yeah, so the first year that... where is it? That's the Industrial Revolution. Industrialization spawned. Still not here yet. So, for the moment, it has to be a province with at least 30 dev. Has to produce iron, coal, or... Well, so the owner has to be the leading producer of iron, coal, or cloth, or have at least 3 trade bonuses. Manufacturers and alignment is present, and it has to be inside the highest value trade node in the world, at least until 1760, where that's no longer the case. Well, obviously the English Channel is the most valuable trade node in the world. Yeah, China's in too much of a mess for that to be the case. And the other 10 nodes, Genoa, even less than the Rhineland, although not by... Well, actually, slightly more than Rhineland, but not by much. Like the English Channel, which has, wow, over 50% more. Actually, over 2/3 more. I would say it's pretty close to double. Not by a huge amount, I'd say. Not double, but 90%, 190%. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then,